And we are live. Hello, everybody.
Hey!
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas with that intro. A little snowflake.
I think someone's gonna have to make us a better one. Cheese Man or Ben or somebody. That one, yeah, that one's a bit kind of generic.
We'll just alternate playing numbers.
I must say,
we'll write a proper happy hour theme song.
Yeah.
We need some party to it.
Probably a happy theme song.
It sounds like ragtime for happy hour.
Yes, that's a good
Like
idea.
we're walking into a Cowboys event. Yeah.
That's what we need today. What do you see when you walk into a cowboy happy hour? Oh, come on.
I don't know.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I am drinking Bradley Kool-Aid. Bradley, I sure hope. Wait, let's see.
Is that like Bradley Cooper?
Bradley Kool-Aid is. Oh, yeah, Bradley Cooper has some Bradley Kool-Aid. Bradley hopefully can't. Oh, look.
We don't like a big drink of that.
It's made with pieces of real Bradley Coopers, so you know it's good.
All right, everybody hold your drinks up. Let's see what you got going on. I'm not encouraging drinking because my mother is watching, as she always does, making sure that her little boy is not such a bad boy. And I'm not, Mom. I'm drinking Kool-Aid.
You're going to get
Kool-Aid that looks
virtually
a little
spanked, Jim.
What do you get? All right. By the way, real quick, we got somebody saying hello. This is Talk Jaws Live. We love this show.
Hey, what's up?
Oh,
Jay, is this Jay? I think this is Jay.
This would be Jay, probably.
it's in Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah, Jay. She's in Martha's Vineyard. She's probably the biggest. Her,
At where they filmed Jaws.
she and Michael are some of the biggest Jaws fans. And there's also Edward Sanchez Productions. Glad to see
he was commenting about the Charlie Brown stuff earlier on social.
Oh, yeah?
What's up, Jay?
All right, guys. This is my favorite. This is like my favorite time to do podcasts during the year. I just love the time between like September and the end of October. It's just there's so much going on. It's so much fun. However, we got one thing we got to do real quick before we start our official. Wait a second. Hey, Luke, can you fix that comment? There we go. Get rid of the comment.
You just
Jay.
Uh-oh. Someone's in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Mom, I'm drinking Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid with a pink umbrella. Mom, you'd like it. I can get it.
Behave.
Mine's iced tea.
Because we're talking Charlie
Long
Brown a
Island.
little bit tonight.
Oh.
Wait. Bradley. Look. Oh, filing your tax in October?
You know,
Wow, he's late.
You must have gotten an extension. I hear that's the thing you can do.
Bradley, look, it's Bradley Kool-Aid. I am so excited.
Yeah, I got to work on my taxes this week as well.
But we are starting the Halloween month off correct. But before we do, we got one little thing we got to share.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Birthday to you.
Hey,
Whose birthday is it?
I wonder. Danae, happy birthday.
thank you.
I'm just joking. I
Happy
knew it was your
birthday.
I was really worried it might have been like somebody else's birthday too, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cool." Oh, I shouldn't say anything just in case. Just in case I like share a birthday with Ben and didn't know it.
That would be interesting.
No, I'm clearly a Leo.
We voiced all the candles for you.
Happy birthday, Danae.
Oh,
How's your birthday
thank you
going?
so much. Thank you. It's been really good.
Can we tell how old you are?
I guess.
She's 28 on the 28th this year. Isn't that great?
It's your golden birthday.
It's my golden birthday. Oh, thanks, Brad.
Oh, Brad.
That's
See,
awesome.
Brad can be really nice when he wants to be.
Brad's always been nice to me.
He's always been nice to me, too.
Yeah.
He's just really sassy.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, that's hilarious.
My golden birthday, I had 2-a-day football practice on my birthday. My golden.
Ooh.
because I turned 22 as my senior year of college. I turned 22 on the 22nd, and had 2-a-day football practice.
Wait, you played college football?
I did.
What?
At
You
the
outdid me
Ohio
on that
State
one.
University. No, I did not play at Ohio State.
I was about to say what?
Dude, that's cool. I don't know if I knew you played college level.
I didn't
I knew
either.
you played high school.
No, I didn't play high school football at all, actually. I didn't play football in high school, and I walked onto the team in college. True story.
Wow.
True story.
Yeah.
Can you just clear something up for Derek and me, though?
Right.
Is this the sport with the oblong ball?
That's the one with the oblong ball, yes.
Oh.
The brown one with the points. Okay.
Yeah.
I walked to some football games in college.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I still remember having a Super Bowl party over here at my house one time. 50 people sitting around watching the TV, and there's Derek sitting right in front of the screen, his back to the screen, in the floor, playing a board game with people. I was like, what are you doing?
All the more interesting things were happening on the other side of the room to me. Like that's where the people were, the people that I knew, and the game, and yeah. No, I've done like Scrabble tournaments and put together puzzles during the Super Bowl. I mean, it's fun with the commercials and the party, but the game itself is just not that consequential to me.
Pre-COVID, that's when I would go to the go to the movies because there's nobody there.
That's a good
It's
idea.
great.
But usually Jen has a party.
Mm.
So say hello to Jonathan. So,
Hello,
Oh, happy
Jonathan.
birthday. Or hello, Jonathan.
so those of you who are turning
Oh, Jonathan!
either
Hello,
live, it's a good group that's on live right now. So for those of you who are watching live, or if you're watching, the recorded version, we are going to be talking all about kicking off the Halloween month right now because we are right here. October begins this week. It is Halloween month. We're going to talk about our favorite stuff about Halloween month. We're going to talk about some. Let me see. I got it over here. We got some cool things happening this month. We got some events that are happening. We got we actually have a preview of some drive-through events because one thing that everybody keeps saying is Halloween is canceled for 2020. Oh, I do not think so. We're going to talk about there are ways to safely enjoy Halloween. There's a lot of ways to unsafely enjoy it as well. That's
like devil worship.
Yeah, that's not what we're promoting tonight.
Let's summon a demon.
So, anyway,
We don't advocate that.
to talk about tonight. And first, though, we actually do, since this is kind of like, we'll call this a crossover between Con Guy and Scare Guy. We're kind of moving into Scare. Oh, look at Ben's got the coolest shirt on.
We'll call it Care Guy.
All right. Jonathan, yes, we are going spooky.
Yeah, read all those.
Wait, what's the new word I learned this week, Danae?
What?
What's the new word that I learned this week?
Spoopy.
Spoopy with a P. What is that?
Jim had never heard spoopy before.
He's
It's like
never
cute
heard
spooky.
Spoopy
I had never heard
before.
spoopy
Like,
before. I
we're
thought
gonna
it
have
was
a
a
spooky
typo.
Halloween where we dress up our pets in cute costumes.
Yeah.
And they poop.
And they poop, yes. But they do
Yes.
that all the
I mean,
time anyway.
They're pets. That's what they do. And then
Yeah.
you do like drawings of ghosts that are cute. And
With the poop?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Cat, Bloodgood, good to see you. Thanks for coming back.
What a Halloween name. Bloodgood.
I know. She's got one of my favorite names.
That's
All
the
right.
one.
Mm-hmm.
And we're skipping Brad's next comment. We're going I wonder why, Brad. But I think
Yeah, it's on Facebook.
so we do have a couple of cool like Comicon fan convention pieces of information to talk about. The big information that just kind of came out today. What is it, Ben?
Oh, man. You're throwing it to me.
Oh, wait. Me and Danae were just talking about it. Let me throw it to Danae.
Okay.
Oh, we can't catch over here. We established that when we were talking about football.
Yeah.
I think that
Rolling
was
it on the
implied.
ground to you guys.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay.
Hold on,
So-
let me get ready to catch it.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a minute.
Here we go.
So,
Danae. Football.
Oh,
There we go.
this
How you
isn't
catch
the
football.
circus, Jim.
okay. What were we were talking about a thing. Was it today that was announced? Was that today
that
or was that
today?
yesterday?
Jeff Rhodes, good to see you. All right, come on.
Go ahead.
You're taking too long.
LA Comic
I
Con.
like it, yeah, that I was
The
paying
other one.
attention.
The other one.
Other one, the first one on the cheat sheet list.
Oh, we've got a list of topics we're going to talk about. You're talking about D23?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, and
Sorry, I care more about LA Comic Con. Sorry.
I do too. But
Yeah, so yeah, D23 has been pushed back even further. So it was supposed to be happening next year, right?
right.
And now it's happening in 2 years.
It was supposed to be happening 2021. It has been pushed to 2022.
Yeah.
And the announcement just went out today, which is a lot of
Does
people.
Disney know something about coronavirus that we don't? Are they that close with China?
Anyway, so this is
That's a
something
joke.
that's been suspected for a
Okay.
while. I'm not commenting on these jokes.
Yeah, okay.
This is something that's been suspected for a bit of time. But you know what's cool about this? Actually, because Disney in 2023. Okay, wait. Somebody tell me what D23 stands for.
Disney. 1923.
Yes, what was
1923.
When it was started.
Yeah,
Although Mickey Mouse was introduced in 1928.
correct. But the company
November.
started in 1923 in the back of a printing shop over in Los Feliz. So what does that mean about 2023?
That'll be
Maybe
the 100th anniversary.
The centennial.
Yeah.
Oh, so 2 years in a row?
So the cool thing about D23 moving back a year is it's going to be the official start of the 100th anniversary of the Walt Disney Company, which is really, really cool. So
That's pretty neat.
it's kind of like, kind of disappointing. A lot of us are hoping that by next August that things are closer to normal, but D23, they're taking they're taking no chances, and they're going to go ahead and move it back. And it also is kind of cool that they can kick off the 100th anniversary of the Walt Disney Company. So I really think that is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right.
You know, Jim, 2022 will be the 100th anniversary of one of our favorite places, the Tam O'Shanter.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So they were established in 1922. So
We will have an on-location broadcast from the Tam O'Shanter.
we've got to do that.
That would be
Hopefully it's
awesome.
open by then.
Yeah.
Oh, they're open. I
We
ate
could do
there.
the patio.
Oh wait, I ate there on the patio this week.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
I mean, Walt Disney used to hang out there.
Now my mom's watching.
Oh wait, yeah. Here we
Mrs. Cheeseman.
go.
Hey,
My mom doesn't know how to use her computer.
my mom is better with
Hi, Mom. Love
technology than
you.
I am.
Yeah.
Our mom always stays up to date on the latest gadgets, and she has to show us how to use things.
Mhm.
Hey.
Yeah.
Jonathan Wilkinson's throwing us a little bit of news. Big Halloween news.
I see you on that.
Oh.
What did
Oh,
Warzone
boy,
Zombies
everybody.
movie? Oh.
So I started my download this afternoon. The season 6 of Call of Duty Warzone drops tonight at 2 a.m. Eastern. That's 11 p.m.
Oh.
out here on the West Coast.
Oh.
It's I think it's I don't
It's
know.
like 4 hours past my bedtime.
10 billion gigabyte download for those of you who play. But yeah, the rumor is, or I don't know if it's a rumor or if it's been confirmed, but you're going to be dropping into the war zone in Verdansk, the fictitious Eastern European country that you fight in the video game, with zombies for Halloween. And it's actually like
sounds really
just a
fun.
big promotion for Call of Duty Cold War, which is releasing in November, I believe. So yeah, it's fun for those of us that like to game.
What-
And
Does Call of Duty Cold War just involve like sitting in offices and making threats?
it's a lot of paperwork. No, it's wild because it's like Reagan and like sending secret agents out and all this kind of stuff. There's a wild
That sounds
trailer
really
online.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheeseman. Mama Cheese is here tonight. Love you, son. Hello, gang.
Hi,
Hi.
Mama
How
Cheese.
you doing?
Mama Cheese.
Mhm.
Mama Cheese. She's awesome. Also,
We need to tell our mom about these shows so she can actually chime in with
Yeah.
comments.
I thought you already told our mom about these.
Well,
shows.
I don't tell her
Mom
every
class.
time. She follows sometimes. I'm just not that savvy with social media.
I'm just gonna blame this on you.
So she'll see sometimes that we have a show, and she'll often watch if I talk about it at all.
Mhm.
by the way, guys, let me
Yeah.
introduce ourselves real quick so people can get an idea that you guys are brother and sister. Who do we got with
Oh,
us
yeah.
up here in the top square right next to me?
Oh, hey, Cheeseman here. Son of Mama Cheese.
Mama Cheese.
Mama Cheeseman.
All right, the sibling block. Introduce yourselves, please.
Hi there.
Hi.
You go first.
Oh,
That was I was pointing to you to talk, but I'll shake your hand too.
I'll
That's
shake your
nice.
hand.
Okay.
There we go.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
We're siblings. We're the Samblings.
Mhm.
Sam's siblings.
Yeah.
I'm Danae.
And I'm Derek.
We're both writers, and
Mhm.
sometimes we can perform together.
And we are very funny.
Did you say samblings?
Yeah.
Because
Our
last
mom
name
says
is
we're
Sam,
funny. That's
folks.
all that matters.
Samblings. I think
Gambling.
that's
Gambly.
We really need to get our mom to watch so that somebody will like our jokes.
Yeah.
Drew.
John Drew. Hey, Mick. Good to see you.
Hey,
I don't know who Mick is, but that's a great name. Mick Manhattan.
He's
we were recently on his
Inside
show.
news with me, Mick Manhattan.
Yeah, me and Jim were recently on his show.
Yeah.
Oh, is he the Wookiee? Or no, is that something else?
No.
He needs to get a PhD so he can be Dr. Manhattan.
Dr. Manhattan.
Dr. Mick Manhattan.
And who do we have in the bottom square?
Hey, everybody, it's me, old buddy Ben Cleaver. And, people ask me, why are you always drinking out of that red cup? Well, it's because whenever Ben Cleaver shows up, it's always a party.
That's right. Like, look what Brett said.
Yeah.
It's like it's like two people who sat together in Hollywood Squares. By the way, we have a Hollywood Squares reference tonight. I watched the Paul Lynde Halloween special last night. It was great. It was so weird. And this is like Jonathan Wilkinson. You guys finish each other's
Sandwiches.
yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. You're Whoopi Goldberg, and I'm Elmo,
Yes.
sharing a square at Hollywood Squares.
All right.
And with Mick, it was
Oh,
the
Mick, I like you.
scenesnobs.com that we were on.
Which one was that?
The Scene Snobs.
Oh,
Me
Luke's
and
mom
Jim
liked our
jumped on
joke.
there.
Wait,
That's
that's
good.
two people.
Yes, that's two
Two
moms
people.
that like our sense of humor.
Oh, look at
That's so good.
my mom watched the interview with Mick. Very good. Mom, how did you find it? That's awesome. We're
It's on Facebook.
Oh, it's on Facebook. That's right. Oh, Mick did a great job of promoting it. We are the worst promoters. Thank
We
you.
put it on our page. I need to put on my personal though still.
So, Ben, since we're talking about cons, before we get out of cons, what was the news from LA Comicon?
Well, so LA Comicon sent out an email, and they're going full steam ahead on doing their show in. Let me see, when is it going to be? December? Is that right?
Yeah, December. And not full steam ahead, not really.
Well, ish, but I mean they're actually moving forward with it.
Correct.
Yes.
And they're limiting people to a certain like a 5-hour window. There's like 2 5-hour windows during the day. You can come to the first one or the second one. You have to buy specific tickets to each one. Everybody's going to be required to wear a face mask. They have rented out the entirety of the Los Angeles Convention Center. They usually don't use the entire convention center. This time they're using the entire convention center and essentially spreading out what they would normally have in just part of the convention center into the whole thing. So it's interesting because I've come to a different place on this than I was before. I still have a lot of friends that, like, I think one of my friends posted on Facebook today, like, so are you going to be going to Los Angeles Comic-Con or are you a normal person? And
Oh,
so,
that's kind of snarky mean.
and somebody else was like, neither. But
That's the best answer ever.
right. So let me tell you what. So my wife and I had to get out of the house this weekend, and we decided to go check out what was going on at the Grove. Right. And we thought, it's probably going to be pretty sparse. There's not going to be a lot of people there. We can go eat on the patio at one of these places. And there were a lot of people there.
Mm-hmm.
But so it's a very strange situation because it was encouraging to see a lot of people working together. Everybody, 99% of the people were wearing masks,
Right.
wearing them properly over their noses. Every once in a while, you had some jackass that was standing there just like breathing on everybody. But, for the most part, yeah, it kind of was, to me, it represented a bit of an encouragement of the American spirit in the sense of like, yes, there's this plague, but we're all going to like do our part and still move forward with our lives. That being said, it's still something that I think needs to be taken seriously. So it's still a toss up for me as far as like LA Comic-Con goes. Like, D23 is moving to 2022 now.
3, 2.
Yeah, 2022.
You think I would know that?
Gallifrey One convention has postponed from 2021 to 2022. So they're not having theirs in February. And
Well, that one makes more sense to me.
yeah. So it's, it's different companies, it's different organizations, and they're all kind of trying to do it by their own best judgment. And I don't know what's going on behind the scenes at LA Comic-Con, if they're like, hey, we really got to have a show this year for reasons X, Y, and Z, or maybe they're just trying to be noble and be like, something's got to happen this year. Let it be us,
Right.
So I don't know. it's tricky. It's tricky to navigate, and I think it's I don't want to pass judgment on anybody, like we were kind of talking about. I don't know if it was before we got on the air or not, but we, as far as this goes, we don't. If you're being safe and responsible, and you're being kind and respectful and loving to other people, and their safety, those are the important things, and so it's tricky. It's still a toss up for me, man. I don't know.
Okay, and here's Brad. And Brad has and this is an opinion that probably a lot of people have. COVIDCon, no way, just in time for Christmas, so you can get that killer swag to take home to your family. It's sort of in jest, but it's kind of a funny comment, but kind of not a funny comment, because there's a chance. And my mom, if she's still watching right now, Mom, I'm trying to work it out where I can come home and visit you guys for the holidays. If there's a lot of virus going around, it may not happen this year, and
boy,
you got to think.
depressing.
And the one thing about LA Comic-Con, I do respect the fact that they're taking a big giant financial hit in what they're doing this year, because they're renting out the entire space. Last year they had 90,000 attendees. This year they're going to have 12,000 per session.
Wow.
So
hopefully it's a fourth of the cost to rent out.
Yeah, they're having 12,000 from 9 to 2, and then from 2 to 8 or 3 to 8, they're having another 12,000. They're going to be doing heavy duty cleaning in between those two sessions.
Jim, your mom's not happy.
Yeah, you pissed off Mama Fry by your little comments.
Mom, I'm coming. Don't worry. If I got to drive across the country, I will. All right. Hey, all Ryan's here too. Wait. Hey, Ryan.
Ryan.
Whoa, he looks so clean cut there. No, it's like boy band looking right there.
Show me the meaning of being Ryan.
No. Hey, Ryan, I got your email today. I'm going to respond to you after the show. But 12,000 per session, cleaning in between the session. Each session, last year they had like 100 celebrities. No, not quite that many. Probably 50 out there. They had a gigantic celebrity signing area. They're going to have 15 this year, 12 to 15 per session. That's it. And then that's during any time during the day. They'll be rotating them out. And then they're only going to have like 5 to 8 panels at any one time. So
Ryan's still dancing.
That is Ryan. He's back on the show.
I don't think I ever want to get rid of this thing.
No.
Mandalorian coming to Disney Plus.
So
they should
pay. LA Comic-Con, I give them a lot of props for going out of their way. And I agree with Jonathan. I think if they do things correctly, cons will be better and easier accessible with sessions, maybe, hopefully. So and then love it, Ryan. So we'll see. I haven't decided if I'm going in as well. By the way, I want everyone to know that everyone on the show probably has a variety of opinions about all kinds of stuff. We're not one big group mindset. We all are very independently minded. We all make our own decisions. So just because Luke's going to do something, or Derek's going to do something, or Ben's going to do something, doesn't mean I'm going to do it, or Danae's going to do it. We make our own decisions. So I might go see it. I'm a little bit less, I don't know. If I'm about to go see my mom and dad, I don't want to be in the middle of a giant group of people. So I might skip it because of that one reason. My mom and dad are not old folks. They're not old folks.
I call this bluff.
But they're moving up. They're moving up the ladder. I'm sorry, Mom. I had to say that. It's going to kill me. But I want to keep them safe when I go to visit them. That said, the one thing I was surprised about was, I will get to Brad's comment in a second. The one thing about that, though, I was surprised that LA Comic-Con I thought they were going to be a hybrid con this year with 12,000 in person and then streaming the rest of it. And it looks like that's not happening. So we'll see what happens.
It's definitely a big risk.
Yeah. Brad, like if you're going to go home for Christmas, a lot will want to go home. A lot of people want to go home 2 weeks early so they can quarantine to see their family, which is a good point. So it's a bad date for a lot of people who might have a choice.
That's a good point. Yeah.
It's a Mom, I love you. You know that.
Watch it. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna get a spanking when I get home. No, but Brad's a really good point for those traveling out of town for the holidays. Having a convention a week and a half out from Christmas might be risky. But there might be, but we all got to make our own decisions. And Derek and Danae, you've been kind of quiet during this. What do you guys think?
Oh, well, you were just like ranting, and I was, or not really ranting. You were making a lot of good points, and I was listening to them. I think it's just all around. You do have to be very careful. I mean, I am pretty much a homebody most of the time, but I know when I do go out, I'm very like I always want to keep a mask on and use a lot of hand sanitizer. But I mean, I was just raised to use hand sanitizer all the time anyway.
Yeah, our mom is a retired epidemiologist.
Oh,
and so many of the things people are doing are like that. You weren't doing that already.
Yeah,
you weren't. Yeah.
You weren't sanitizing your airplane seat before you sat on it?
Since when do I have to squeeze into my hands?
You're touching your nose all the time. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, that said, like, one plus side of this whole ridiculous pandemic deal is that, like, I hopefully people are getting habits that'll stick with them. And I think we've talked about this kind of thing before, you know, like people might be a little more aware about washing their hands and covering their cough. And people might still be wearing masks for a long time out in public. Which, you know, it's sad that people can't.
Is that how you spell that?
No.
Okay.
I love Ryan.
Is that big word?
It's like epidemiologist. Like, it is sad that, like, you go out and you can't smile at people because everybody's faces half covered. It is kind of fun to feel like a bandit just walking around with your face half covered. Like, if there's facial recognition software, I'm wearing this. I've got the mask. I've got sunglasses. I've got a hat. Like, you don't know me.
Did you see the meme that was like, is anybody else like squinting really hard so that other people know they're smiling at them? You're smiling at them.
You can smile, everybody.
I don't know if
that's nice.
I feel more like
I get strange looks for this one. I don't know why. You know, I got this at a Comicon.
I was at Target yesterday, and I was
my
buying
first mask.
and they asked to see my ID for my. I was checking out, and they said, "Oh, let's see your ID," and I gave it to them. Then I thought they don't know if that's me, so I had to like sneak my mask down. That's me, and put it back up real quick. You know.
I was at the grocery store and I was buying a bottle of wine, and the lady was like, let me see your face. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, just do this real quick. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh, okay, you're fine.
That's happened to me before.
Flirt there, buddy.
Ben,
you're a taken man.
You just outed me to my mom because that's the only thing that they asked to see your ID about. Anyways.
Well, I was at the dentist today and I had to wear a mask. Eventually, I'm like, I got to take my mask off at some point here because you got to look inside my mouth. So I like waited for as long as I could because I didn't want them to be mad at me for taking my mask off too soon. But also, it was the dentist, and I'm like, you're literally going to be sticking things in my mouth.
Get that
anyway.
Back on.
Yeah.
Hey, Mick, I want to answer Mick. Mick asked us a question. Mick, I will send you an email. Okay. Actually, Mick, StreamYard. We are using StreamYard. It's fantastic. We'll talk to you about it. There's another. Go ahead.
Sorry, LA Comicon. This means you've got room to do cosplay with big wings.
Oh yeah, people definitely.
And you're not just gonna bump into people. Yeah, and you're not gonna have people like reaching up and touching whatever you're wearing. If you have some cool cosplay stuff, people can stay. You have reason to say no, sucker, stay back.
Okay, Speedo Man.
Yeah.
One of the things
it's a little uncomfortable when you have some cosplay and people just want to touch you.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Why have I never had that problem? Anyway.
Or when you're not in cosplay.
Well, speaking of cosplay, we had a question here earlier from Let's Talk Jaws. Does anyone do cosplay, and what cosplay characters? Derek.
What is that?
Then a few. We've got a phone ringing for some reason.
There's a
landline?
Wait, what's that noise? Does that sound like a? They call them a landline?
Yeah.
Hey, Danae,
so,
people who are under 30, describe what that noise is.
Okay, so a long time ago, there used to be a magic box in your house, and if you had a magic number that matched the magic box, you could talk to voices with it. It was called landline.
Before you had a little box to carry around like this.
You could go in other rooms with the long cord.
All right, so Let's Talk Jaws, which is one of our favorite. By the way, every week you guys should check out Let's Talk Jaws.
On Thursdays.
Yeah, every Thursday, Jay and Michael have a cool live session for fans of Jaws. It's amazing. I always tune in. Well, I tuned in a lot. Luke, I know that you're a weekly look participate in that. Anyways, Jay from Let's Talk Jaws is asking, does anyone do cosplay? What cosplay characters do you do?
We've done cosplay. Let's see. Was it your first Comic-Con that you were Ray?
That was my second Comic-Con.
Your second Comic-Con.
I was Ray and Derek was J.J. Abrams.
Yes.
Derek.
Which was not obvious to everyone.
No.
But
wait, describe your costume though. It was kind of,
Yeah, well, okay. J.J. Abrams did a TED Talk that's fairly well known for people who watch.
And Ray is the character from Star Wars.
Yes. The new Star Wars trilogy, yeah. So I had a black sweater and horn rim kind of glasses, sort of like his, and carried around a box with a question mark on it because this mystery box thing from his childhood was what he talked about, and he had it as a prop there, and was talking about the idea of building suspense and not revealing things too soon, and like the joy of it was was asking the question more than getting it answered.
Kind of like this podcast right now.
What's that?
Building suspense and not giving any answers. Kind of like this podcast right now.
Yeah. So anyway, that was my costume. And I like doing cosplays that, people don't always get, but when they do, they're really excited. So that one, I'd see other people, especially Star Wars characters, I'd get pictures with any of them. Yeah, and then there was a guy who was a really big Kylo Ren who saw me from across the convention hall and was like, "Ah!" And I was like, "Yeah!" And we were friends for
we were. I gotta admit, Derek, one of my favorite ones that you did was the one. What was the video game that you had all the balls all over you? What was that?
Oh, that was okay. I did an Ash-up, which is a mashup of two characters named Ash. So I took in Evil Dead and Army of Darkness, you've got Ash. Oh, what's his last name? I forget. But yeah.
Ash versus
Bruce Campbell's character is Ash.
Cool.
But also Ash Ketchum is the main character in the Pokemon cartoon. So I combined the two. And I had a Pokeball instead of the chainsaw on my hand. And I had little Pokeballs on these leather leather straps that you would have for holsters and stuff where you normally carry ammo and things. And then I had an all ripped up shirt with blood on it. And then I had my Pokemon trainer hat. Yeah, that was a fun one. And some people got it. And those that did, they were impressed.
I thought it was cool. And I didn't know what it was until you told me. But then I was like, I really like those people that put some thought into their cosplays. Because we are going to jump into some of the meat and potatoes of the events and things that are happening for Halloween. Let's go around real quick. Danae, and then Luke, and then Ben. Tell us a cosplay that you guys have done that you've really been proud of.
Oh, let's see. Derek and I did right after Age of Ultron. We did the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver.
But the Scarlet Wizard and Quicksilver.
Yeah, I was gonna try and pull up a picture, but I don't know if my phone does that because I'm 87.
If you email it to me, we'll show it.
That was
okay.
I mean, you could try holding it up to the screen and see if it's visible.
I'll email it to
the
you.
cheap way. Okay.
I'll email it.
Okay, email it. Oh, that's cool. And all right. And then Luke.
Cosplays. All right. I pretty much just do whatever Chris Pratt's doing next. I do Star-Lord, Owen, all that. But I've also done Class Robin. One of the biggest, probably the biggest one I ever got noticed for. I did Abraham from Walking Dead with the bat to the head. But it was before they said who died in that Walking Dead scene. And I predicted it, and that got a lot of attention. But probably one of my favorite ones to do is Tommy Wiseau. I'll do the kind of wig, more the disaster artist carrying around the empty bottle. The funny thing about that is when you're Tommy, people expect you to act as Tommy. It's the only one I've done where you have to almost behave like the person, and they will shit lines at you or want you to perform the lines. You're tearing me apart, Lisa. I did not do it. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. Everybody wants you to perform with that one, which people just react a lot to the Tommy. But done some other ones as well. I've done Indiana Jones, but Ben did it better. Back to you, Ben.
All right, let's go to Ben. Ben, wait, let me click.
Awkward.
Wait. I gotta say something first. I would say that I met Ben before, but I became friends with Ben, and he got involved with all this because of cosplay. Because I remember seeing his cosplay at a convention. That's cool. And Luke saying, "You know him?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's Ben." That's anyways.
I know him.
What was the first one that you saw me in, Jim?
One of my favorites is when you did Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom cosplay. Which I loved that one.
Really big bicep back then. He's still working on it.
That's one of my
COVID Sept right now.
What?
The COVID Sept, working out as much as you can, not as much as probably before.
Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones is probably my favorite. I've done, I think my first big one was I did Cyclops, like from the 92 cartoon series of X-Men, Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones. I've done Batman. My wife and I have done Gomez and Morticia Addams in the past, which is a lot of fun. My wife also dressed as Short Round when I was Indiana Jones at one. I think it was at an LA Comicon a few years back.
You guys came on the podcast that.
Did we really? Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, it looked great.
It was great.
What else have I done? I've done a handful. Oh, I do Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah.
With my buddy.
You do a great Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favorites that you do. Yeah.
What's your friend's name who you do that with?
John Carlos McMaster. He's been on the show. Friend of the show.
Yep. Oh, he was on.
Yeah.
What's in
On the box.
Yeah. What
On
else?
the box.
What's in the box?
Can you talk? And I didn't. I wish I would have. I was on your Facebook page today. You do some cool cosplays that I have not seen at Comic-Con. The Wasteland stuff, which is that stuff's.
Oh yeah.
Wasteland
Weekend. Well, Wasteland Weekend it's cosplay adjacent because it isn't. You're not trying to recreate an existing character. You're inventing your own character for the most part. Wasteland Weekend can be the topic of a whole show at some point. Legend.
Brad.
Jim is chugging the Kool-Aid. Allegedly.
By the way, look at here.
That's us.
Wait, get rid of Brad. I mean, there you go. This is Quicksilver and Wanda.
Scarlet Wizard.
Mm-hmm. Scarlet Wizard and Quicksilvia.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's awesome.
Because that's what the Samblings do.
Yes.
That's so great. All right, guys. I think we are going to let's kind of like finish up real quick. The only other big news that we have is New York Comic-Con. It's coming up. I think it's October 8th through 11th, and it is huge. It's all online. Nobody's meeting in. No one is going to be meeting in person. They have listed all of their schedule, their entire schedule online. Let me see. I've got here. The full panel lineup is up for New York Comic-Con. It's huge. Go to their YouTube page, New York Comic-Con, and subscribe to make sure that you don't miss out. To see it, go to seethemetaverse.com. That's seethemetaverse, META verse.com. The panels are divided into 6 categories. Category 1, anime manga, comics, cosplay, film and TV, gaming, and literary. In other words, that means books, guys. So let's pretend like people don't know what that is. Anyways, Ben's freaking me out with he's all over this document. You can just choose all of them and see all of them. Here's a couple of cool ones that are coming up. These are on the Halloween side. I have a feeling that next week we will probably dive into this a little bit deeper. Happy Halloween, Scooby-Doo has a very special thing. Be part of the first ever convention panel to feature the 4 core voices of the Scooby-Doo franchise as they chat about their all-new film, Happy Halloween, Scooby-Doo, with special guest Cassandra Peterson, who is that? Do you guys know?
Elvira,
Mistress. Yeah. That's really cool. There's also going to be a panel for Hulu's Hellstrom. Did you guys see the new trailer for Hellstrom for Hulu?
I haven't watched that trailer yet. It popped up. I was curious.
Have
you watched it?
Way on the dark side. It's basically two kids of a demon, I guess, kind of like, and like yikes. But I'm going to watch it. It looks awesome. Also,
did we talk about the trailer for The Haunting of Bly Manor?
We are going to talk about that in just a second.
Okay.
You're getting ahead of me.
I still haven't seen it. Maybe we should play it.
Hey, look, if you can find the trailer for Bly Manor, that would be
good. It looks amazing.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Also, there's going to be a really cool panel at New York Comic-Con for the show Truth Seekers, which is going to be on Amazon. Have you guys heard about Truth Seekers? Nick Frost.
Yes.
Everybody.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
Yes.
This is a fun trailer. Yeah.
Nick Frost, he's part of the like a ghost chaser, and it's a comedy about ghost chasers. You know, like the Travel Channel, they have like ghost adventures where people walk into haunted places and say, "If you're really here, come on and show your." You know, people yell at ghosts, and of course, Kool-Aid is getting to my head.
The other night, Bree and I were watching Ghost Adventures on the Travel Channel, and that show just cracks me up because it's just 4 guys walking around being like, dude, did you see that dude?
Hey, they yell every once in a while, though.
They do. Ghost Adventures is the one where they try to provoke the ghosts. Yeah.
Hey, but when it comes to the Ghost Adventures, have you guys seen the movie that they put out? The Devil, I think it's called The Demon House or Devil House. House of the. It is. I watched it by myself, lights out, because that's the way you watch scary. It is hands down one of the most unnerving, scary things I've ever seen. It's not like the regular ghost adventures. What it is Nick. Wait, Zach. What's his last name?
Efron.
No. Anyways, Zach, the head guy of Ghost Adventures, he bought a house that a family moved out of because they were so terrorized by what was happening in the house, and he moved into it. And I can honestly say, I'm a person of faith. I believe there is a spiritual side to existence. And when we watched this it was more of a documentary series. It scared the crap out of me. It looked bad things were happening, and he captured it on film. And I was like, holy! And I told Luke, I think I told Cheeseman, I was like, you've got to watch this thing. It is downright scary. It is scary.
Jim, what do you think about Jim living in a haunted house?
I'll tell my haunted house story one of these days. Mom, you remember when I lived in that haunted house, didn't you? Yeah, that was crazy. But
yeah, by the way, Jonathan Wilkinson in the comments, our good friend of the show, Jonathan Wilkinson, he starts Facebook messaging me last week, and he's like, hey, yeah, so he's been like fixing up this house, right? And like staying in the house while he's fixing it up. And ghosts, there are ghosts there.
Jonathan Wilkinson, we got to get you. Wait.
Yeah.
Bring up. Oh. The Estes Park house, is that his house?
Estes Park, Colorado. It's the house he's working on.
Jonathan, you're coming on the show. Done this week. Thank you. Jonathan, please comment if you would be willing to come on the show. Oh, wait. It's Zach Douche Baggins. Thank you, Mick, man.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's Bagans, and I just want to say Baggins, but it might be Bagans or Bagons.
The trailer for Vampires versus the Bronx?
What?
I think I saw something about that.
This is a topic shift, right? We're not still talking about documentary stuff.
Yeah, Vampires vs. the Bronx, I think, is a comedy, but I could be way off base.
If not, it should be.
Yeah.
Okay, Zach, Jonathan, thank you very much. Is that the answer or is this the answer? I don't want to talk about that right now in this house. Oh, Jonathan's in the house right now. I can't believe it's going to be cool. All right, it looks good. All right, by the way, so we will talk a little bit more about New York Comicon in the weeks ahead. But when I say the weeks ahead, I mean next week, because it happens next weekend. If you want to see, by the way, they have about 100 panels. It's kind of similar to San Diego Comic-Con. Everything's listed, everything's scheduled. You can choose what you want, but it's kind of like there are cons that are big industry conventions. This is a big, giant industry convention. For example, they have all the shows of The Walking Dead. They have everything from Hulu and Amazon that they're promoting right now. So it's kind of cool. If you guys want to check it out, plus they have they have a lot of comics, a lot of anime. It's a giant convention. I intend to get there one of these days. I am not going to New York right now with the crowd. That's just not in my wheelhouse. So anyways,
I'm sorry, Joe. I just started laughing because you're like, because they have comics. I'm very thankful that you didn't have a stroke. I'm very thankful that that's not what that was.
Okay, this is something we do want to jump to. A year ago, last night, we were at the Queen Mary opening night. So, hey, guys, can we talk a little bit right now? And we don't have tons of time left because, we got stuff going on. Halloween 2020 is not gone. There are things that are still happening. A lot of the things that are happening this year are completely different from last year. Brad, thank you for reminding us about that. But there is a lot that is happening this year that people can get involved with. For example, okay. Hey, Cheeseman, what's the big movie that's hitting drive-in theaters that can be a really cool thing that people can check out this year?
I was not prepared for this.
Hey, Ben.
Being real awkward here.
We got this thing called the feed. It's so easy.
What? Halloween?
Look at
Yeah. Oh, good guess. All right. Good. Halloween.
Halloween Part 1. And oddly enough, Halloween Part 4. And Halloween Part 5.
Which Halloween is that? That does not look like my Michael Myers I know from the original.
Not my Michael.
Not my Michael Myers.
John Carpenter's original Halloween plus Halloween 4 and Halloween 5 are returning to theaters and drive-ins at more than 24 U.S. markets in October. The showings have been booked for a total of 225 screens, including 104 drive-ins. If you have not been to a drive-in theater lately, they are awesome. It's a partnership with Cinelife Entertainment, Compass International Pictures, and Tronkus Entertainment International Films. The version of Halloween that is being shown next month, which starts October, which is just a couple of days, at the drive-in theaters is a restored and remastered digital print created under the supervision of cinematographer Dean Cundy. That's pretty. Dean Cundy was the cinematographer on the original Halloween.
Oh.
Didn't he direct Halloween 2? I think he did. Anyway,
why aren't they showing Halloween 2? I wonder. Halloween 3, I can understand why they're not showing that because it doesn't have anything to do with any of the rest of the movies. But why not Halloween 2? Why 1, 4, and 5? That's so strange.
It's kind of an odd choice. Maybe those are the cheapest. I don't know. But Halloween 2, though, we'll be talking about that a little bit later. But Halloween 1 and 2 last year, exactly 1 year ago, a friend of ours, Anthony Massey, who we're going to talk about in just a second, he hosted a screening of Halloween 1 and 2. He called it the Lost River Drive-In because Lost River Drive-In was the drive-in movie in Halloween 2. And we went out to see it at the Mission Tiki Drive-In. Awesome. I think that's where they're going to be showing this. So I think this is very cool. Anyways, what I was going to say, and unless you guys want to throw some stuff in before I start going through the list here, it seems like across the country, people are kind of stepping up to say, hey, we may not be able to have giant gatherings of people. We may not be able to push tons of kids to trick or treat door to door. It depends on what community you're in, by the way, wherever you're watching. So we are broadcasting from the heart of Hollywood, California, and we're a little bit more congested, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
With people. You know, we have like 10 million people in the county. So we have a few more restrictions than most people. So different areas of the country are doing different things. But have you guys heard about how Halloween is quote unquote being saved this year? Anybody?
Not really. Like I know that
Through the drive.
a lot of things are canceled, and I know I got the idea that like the whole thing with not being allowed to trick or treat, you had some people, I don't know, some police groups were like, we're not going to enforce that.
Right.
I don't know.
But did you hear
otherwise,
did you hear about the purple pumpkins though?
I didn't.
Purple pumpkin.
Purple pumpkins.
There's a move across the country that if you have a purple pumpkin on your front porch, that means your house is safe for trick-or-treating. In other words, you've taken all the precautions. Kids can come up to your front house. You will be wearing a mask. You will be wearing
expensive.
But and what's cool is a lot of people have built kind of cool like chutes. Like you can deliver candy 10 feet away to kids who will be down at the end of your driveway and stuff. I think that's awesome.
That is so fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. The American spirit.
Yeah.
But here's
I've
the thing.
got a feeling in this neighborhood, kids are just going to be trick-or-treating like normal anyway. I see so many people just walking around, you know, being really careless, not really minding what's going on around them.
But Jonathan's making a good point. Denver here is having a few drive-in haunted houses. That's the point I was trying to make is right now, drive-in haunt events are kind of like what is saving Halloween this year. They're not exactly the same as what we're used to. Have you guys heard about these haunt events?
So instead of like punching somebody by walking through a haunted house, you're just going to be running over them with your car.
Okay. That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
But most of these haunt events are you drive, you stop driving, you witness. What we're talking about is your drive-through haunted experiences, where a number of it's all over the country this year. You're driving into an experience, you're seeing different scenes, they scare you. You drive to the next scene. For example, here I got a couple examples. We're based in Hollywood, so here in Hollywood, Urban Legends Haunt down in Costa Mesa, they're having it. Night of the Jack drive-through. It's a drive-through jack-o'-lantern experience. There's the Screen Zone Roadkill down in Del Mar. And here in Glendale, this is pretty cool. We've had him on the show before. The Opachi Haunt presents The Tour. I don't know exactly what that means, but they're doing some kind of safe tour. Also, have you guys heard of Joe Bob Briggs on Shudder? He's a guy who's a show about drive-in horror. He's like, Janae, you like him? He's a cowboy.
Okay, cool.
I mean, by the name, it was a little bit of a tip, but
Joe Bob Briggs.
I'm definitely interested.
Anyway, he's hosting a mid through late October. They're hosting drive-in movies where you can submit your own drive-in shorts right now. If you go to our website, we have an article up about you can submit your shorts to be part of his drive-in movie experience. As you can tell, I'm not really telling this very well. Also, one of the big ones here in Los Angeles.
Films, by the way. You're speaking about short films, not somebody's jockeys, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Ben just ran out of party there a second ago.
I did.
But one of the biggest things here in Los Angeles is Stranger Things is having a drive-through experience in downtown Los Angeles. It's going up mid-October all the way through February, which is really, really cool. Hulu, to engage horror fans around Hulu's Halloween-centric new releases and library titles this year, the brand is hosting a Huluween, get it, Huluween, drive-in experience in Los Angeles. They will take over the Equestrian Center at Griffith Park, right over here, on October 22 through 25 through 4 nights. And so you got free tickets for as many as 150 cars each night, which is very limited, which can be requested at huluween.com. All this is to say, all across the country, and we'll try to put as many of them on our website as possible, people are trying to have a Halloween experience. What say you guys? What do you think?
I think it's good. Modern problems require modern solutions.
Yeah.
Still making it happen in a safe way. Like, just because, something disrupts it doesn't mean you have to stop. It just means you find a safe way to work around it.
Right.
Yeah, like I wish this stuff happened sooner, because especially like when 4th of July was happening, I wanted more like solutions like this. Like, we're going to do more car firework type stuff, because there were places in LA like the Seal Beach that did like the parking lot fireworks and stuff. I was like, why doesn't the Rose Bowl or some of these other stadiums safely do park car type fireworks? So it's good to see Halloween. They're kind of getting on it better with that.
Oh, is this? Check out the Mutant Halloween 24-hour marathon on Twitter too. MutantFam.com.
That's cool from Mick Manhattan. Mick, thank you very much for that.
Channel 5 News, Mick Manhattan. He also said earlier in the comments that Halloween 2 has a weird rights issue, apparently. So that's probably why. No, I agree with the Samblings over there. Oh, this is for Jonathan. This is for the Denver cityofthedeadhaunt.com.
Cool.
Cityofthedeadhaunt.com. But yeah, the Samblings are the dead on. I think it is encouraging, like I said, to see the American spirit of us trying to do something despite a virus, do something safely. And I think we have to keep living our lives, but respect the power of nature and find the balance in there. That where we can still do fun things, but just stay safe and don't scream at each other and just
respect the power of nature and respect each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think this is fan-freaking-tastic that people are finding a way to have fun this Halloween. Let's be honest. That was the loudest slurp I think.
Yeah, slurpy,
right? It's this cup is just
got that one at
the right depth to really echo it.
Like Brad is saying, he is going to the Walking Dead drive-in season premiere on Friday. What?
Hmm.
I thought it was the walking
red
clowns
carpet.
to you,
There's
Brad.
a drive-through red carpet. That's fantastic.
Wow.
Thanks, Brad. You're going to go through the drive-through red carpet, but you won't come over with us to Casa Vega. Yeah. Anyway,
You're gonna put a bunch of tire stains on that red
Kool-Aid
carpet.
Yeah, that's what I was
No.
thinking.
No. I gotta say, this is really cool. This is very cool that they're doing this. Hey, Brad, take some pictures and send us some pictures. We'd love to share those. You can't have Halloween without It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Edward, we're
Yeah,
about
he's
to
been waiting for you to talk about that, Jim.
I know. I need to get to that because it's on the promotion for the show tonight. We got to talk about that.
So hold on. Just by the way, everybody, Jim had 7 pages of notes for us for our show tonight, and then he's
It's a lot
like,
of stuff to talk about.
"Let's try and cut the show at 50 minutes, 50. We'll make it a tight 50. We're at 55 right now. We're not
about to
all
end.
these notes.
We're on page
4.
This
Yeah.
was I prepared for the show tonight, and I told Luke, I was like, or Cheeseman, I said, gosh, I can't do this. Is stupid. The way we should do a show is say, hey, let's talk Halloween. That's the extent of the notes. That's as far as it should go.
We go till the red cup's gone.
Well, I like that Jim is always prepared. And like when we're getting ready to do a show, we've got topics to talk about, and Jim always has more than we need because you don't want to just have dead air.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, we could talk about nothing for an hour if we needed to, and we'd probably make it fun. Ben would make it hilarious.
Ben would make it
Never had
hilarious.
dead air in the show. It's never occurred. Never occurred. By the way, we are going to talk about Charlie Brown in just a second, but Jonathan Wilkinson, they usually premiere the Walking Dead trailer at Halloween Horror Nights on the Dead. That's my favorite thing of all time. Let's talk about Halloween Horror Nights real quick because it's on my 7 pages of notes. Let me find it. I'm scrolling because this is what's cool. All right, here we go. A mini Halloween Horror Nights is happening this year, which is really cool. Universal Studios Florida. It's included in your daytime admission to Universal Studios Florida and Universal's Islands. There are 2 heart-pounding haunted houses at Universal Studios. The first one is Universal Monsters: The Bride of Frankenstein Lives, and then the one is Revenge of the Tooth Fairy. That's so weird. Anyways, so you can get your Scream on. They are both included. You go to Universal Studios or Universal Studios Islands of Adventure during the day. It's included in your price of your ticket, which is awesome because as we all know, Universal Studios had to cancel their Halloween Horror Nights this year, but they're getting a little nugget to people who love it. What do you guys? This is the 30th anniversary of Halloween Horror Nights this year in Orlando. So the fact that they had to cancel it was a big deal, but they're having a little bitty one. What do you guys think about that?
I'm glad they're doing something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice.
Okay. By the way, since we're talking,
my brilliantly deep commentary there. Yeah. I'm glad they're doing something.
I'm glad that people who can go to haunted houses safely are doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust myself in a haunted house. Like, I've had friends pull a prank and try and scare me, and I've hurt them before. Just like not intentionally, just the fight or flight kicks in and I can't stop it. So for that reason, I don't let myself go to a haunted house. Don't want to hurt an underpaid actor or anything.
I believe this.
Stabbed a few people.
Ben, do you do haunted houses?
I haven't in a while. I haven't done one in a while. I'd like to.
Okay. We're right towards the end of the show here. The one thing I would like to share is the fact that there are a lot of these drive-thrus that are happening. One of the coolest ones that we have heard about is in Orlando, Florida. There's this place. I'm going to show you right here. This is called Boggy Creek Airboat Rides. I have been there in Orlando, Florida. Do you guys know what airboats are?
Yeah, they got the big fan.
I'm going to say it's a boat that goes in the air.
No. It's got a...
Got the big fan on the back, so they don't kill the manatees.
Exactly. It goes through the marshes and the swamps of Florida. I went on this one. I went on a nighttime one in the middle of like July or August. It was scary as I'm going to censor myself. My mom's watching. Scary as then because you go out in the middle of the swamps, alligators jump out and hit your boat. There's snakes hanging from trees. It's terrifying. Let me show you this picture. This is at the Boggy Creek Airboat Rides. This is part of their attraction. They have real alligators crawling out of the swamp right there.
Oh, no.
Anyway,
Are these living alligators?
Living alligators, alive. Because
No.
this isn't like a theme park. Airboat rides on the side of a giant swamp right outside Orlando, Florida. I'm going to show you guys something. This is kind of cool. Some of our friends down in Orlando, Florida, Will and his buddies, they went on something called Scream and Stream. It's a brand new drive-through attraction. It goes through the airboat rides, and there's all kinds of scary stuff. And this is giving you a little.
Hey, Laura's here.
Who?
My wife. You've met her.
Laura.
Yeah.
Are you live?
I see movement. I see movement.
See movement. All right, guys. While
There's a hand.
Tell her to wave. Tell her to wave.
Yeah.
Laura, wait.
Laura, wave.
Laura, yay! I love Laura.
Hey.
All right, so guys, this is Scream and Stream from Orlando, Florida. Check it out.
Their occupants, every single one of them have met the end of my blade edge. Your head, yes.
Your head.
Your head will look particularly handsome as the centerpiece on the altar of the Dark One.
Please, I need your help. I need you to help me find my boyfriend. Have you seen my boyfriend? Have you seen him?
No, we haven't.
I can't open it. I need the key. Please go ahead. I don't know what to do. Please. I need your help.
I can't help you. I love it. Oh, I love it.
Doing great, Dan. I really.
Saith the Lord, and I shall cut the chaff from the wheat. You look scared, little one in the back. Jumpy little rabbit, aren't you?
All right. That's,
Wow.
that's a little bit. And Danae, I think you are right that if you're not careful, you're going to run into somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes me nervous.
See, I would panic and hit the gas, and then I've killed 5 actors. Like, that's why I can't go to haunted house.
I think most of these drive-through attractions, you drive, you park, you see the experience, then you drive further. This one, it's I don't think it's dangerous. I think they've definitely put some guardrails on in there, except for the alligators, the live alligators that are there. But hey, Lara, it was really cool.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know. I was
Wow,
in the
you
chat.
said her name right. Good for you.
Yeah, good job.
First time on air.
Before we
Lara.
jump off the show, though, I do want to talk about a couple of things we do have coming up tomorrow. This week on Don't.
Boring. No, just kidding.
Oh, Mama. Okay, this is my favorite time of year. I'm gonna go ahead and share this picture, Mom. This is me.
There's a little baby Jim with a pumpkin.
Baby Jiminy.
That's probably one of my very favorite and very first baby pictures. My parents had me with that. I remember that pumpkin actually, and then
I don't think you carved that one.
I love that you're making the same face as the pumpkin too.
my mom and dad carved that. Yeah, I love Halloween. And for those of you who are tuning in, we are going to be talking on our Don't Fear the podcast. We're going to be talking about our favorite Halloween specials of all time. One of my very favorite specials of all time, of course, Charlie Brown.
It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown,
which I think is one of the greatest Halloween specials of all time. We will be.
You still there, Edward?
Oh, is Edward here?
Well, he was the one asking about it, so hopefully he's still here.
Yeah.
He's gone out to find the most sincere pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
But this week we're going to be having Don't Fear the podcast, which you guys will see us talking about some of our favorite Halloween specials that come on every year. But also we'll be we have a special interview. My mind is all over the place right now. Right, because we got 3 things.
All these pumpkin distract.
Oh, are we getting me excited? No, we did a really cool interview this week about the new film, The Swerve. We interviewed the writer-director and his name is Dean Kapsalis. Also, the main actress, her name is Azura Sky. You guys will probably recognize her. Were you guys ever fans of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the show?
Of course.
This is Cassie, who had the heart problem.
Oh, yeah.
She's the star of this movie. She was also in American Horror Story, 28 Days, a whole lot of films. And so she was just a pleasure to speak with. It's basically about a woman who unravels over the course of a week mentally.
Is she in 28 Days Later? Is that what you're saying?
No, 28 Days.
Okay.
The Sandra Bullock movie.
Yes, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Oh, it's got several actors that you recognize, and I'm blanking right now.
It's got that guy that was in that thing.
Yes, that guy and that one lady too.
Yeah, they were both in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sandra Bullock.
And that's what makes it such a great movie.
Yeah.
That's the kind of actor I want to be. He's that guy that's in that thing.
No, but you know what? I do like those kind of actors. The actors that they're the character instead of the giant celebrity. You know?
Oh yeah.
Nothing against Tom Cruise, nothing against Brad Pitt, but when you can like disappear into the part, that's awesome. I love that kind of acting. Also, we have just scheduled a very cool couple of podcasts coming up for Don't Fear the Podcast.
Going.
Oh, here's the close-up. We're going to be doing a deep dive into the movie Halloween. As you all know, that's probably, if you've been watching, that's one of my favorite movies. Also, we're going to be doing a deep dive into the Halloween franchise, paying special attention to the original, John Carpenter original. And then we're going to go through all 11 films. But we're going to be doing it with Mr. Halloween himself, Sean Clark. We had Sean Clark on a recent podcast. If you remember, he created the YouTube series Horror's Hallowed Grounds. He also does, which it's all about all these horror locations, especially from the Halloween movies. He also helped produce the Halloween reunion conventions for the year 25, 30, and 40 out in South Pasadena. He's going to be walking us through the Halloween film franchise. Also, our very good friend, Anthony Massey. He is the producer of Still Screaming, which is the documentary which looks at the Scream trilogy. He's going to be walking us through the Scream series, and along with his producing partner, Nate Ragon. And then also we're going to be doing a couple of other horror movies like that. So pay attention. I hate when I say pay attention.
I so wish we had Snapchat filters right now to just mess with your face.
I think you can download that.
No, yeah. Oh, stop. But anyways, we have a lot of cool stuff happening in the month of October. Luke's also putting together a really cool special bit of podcast for us about Back to the Get off of my face. Anyway, Mick, we can't wait for these shows either. Right. The Garfield Halloween Adventure is one of the best of all time. We're going to be talking about on the Don't Fear the Podcast, which comes out Tuesday of this week. If you guys get a chance to check out that podcast where we do interview the director of The Swerve, but we also talk about our I'm just running out of steam
Jim
here.
loves Halloween, by the way.
All right. Hey, does anybody else have any cool Halloween wishes they would like to send out before we end the podcast today?
Hey, Jim, you should throw up that picture of my house.
Oh, wait. Let's talk about that real quick. Here's what's really cool. Let me get over here. We are entering October, but Ben and his lovely wife, Bree, this is their home. Look at this.
Whoa.
Ben.
That's cool.
So, yeah, we were just like, screw it. We're going to put the Christmas lights and the Halloween decorations up.
And it looks awesome.
And there are quite a number of light bulbs that are out. And we were like, yeah, let's just leave those like that.
I love that.
It's very Nightmare Before Christmas.
Exactly.
Yeah, just both holidays together.
We'd actually talked about it earlier in the year because they were like, oh, there are people putting Christmas lights on their house as kind of, this was like in April and May, like when people were really feeling the drag of lockdown and all that stuff. And people were trying to spread good cheer by putting their Christmas lights up. So we had talked about doing it a few months ago. And then when I was pulling out the decorations, because we've got a bunch inside our house too, that I was just like, I'm just going to pull out the Christmas lights and we'll do that too. Not the rest of the Christmas decorations, just the lights. But
so Ben,
sounds like a Blink-182 song.
When Ben,
we'll have Halloween on Christmas, and in the night we'll wish this never ends.
We would love to take a tour of your wonderful Halloween decorations when you get a chance. We doesn't have to do it right now.
Sure thing.
Also, I just started decorating for Halloween, believe it or not. I am setting up the pumpkin patch inside. We are getting ready to have some fun.
Is it sincere?
It's a quality pumpkin.
It's the sincere pumpkin patch. The great pumpkin will be showing up. Hey, guys, tune into the podcast because we're going to be talking about what was the true meaning behind the great pumpkin. There's actually a real The Haunting of Bly Manor posted a cool behind-the-scenes video today on their Instagram. Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah, I did have the trailer, but I don't think we have time right now. So just check it out.
Yeah,
on
we're
our-
already at 1:09.
yeah. We got to end here. If you guys want,
It's Halloween.
we're going to talk about the Bly Manor for a minute on the podcast. Check out the podcast, guys. By the way, look, Ben? Where can we find the podcast?
The Scare Guy podcast. You can find all of our information at theconguy.com and thescareguy.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at theconguy.com. That's theconguy DOTCOM, or at the Scare Guy.
We have a really nice sponsor and hosting YouTube page.
Exactly. You can also watch the podcast on that hashtag shows network. Go to that#show.com. As always, brought to you by our sponsor, Neft Vodka, reminding you to always drink responsibly, please.
Yes.
Don't drink irresponsibly. That's irresponsible.
Hey,
especially on Halloween.
Hey, Sam, what do you call yourself? Sam Twins?
Samblings.
Samblings. Please tell us where folks can find you guys.
You know what? I didn't even think to put your name in there.
I know, it's because you don't love
I'm
me.
sorry. And it's your birthday too.
You can find thank you. You can find me on Instagram at DNAYS. Which is my name spelled kind of phonetically.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like Danae. Yes. I changed it.
Oh, look at there.
Yeah. You can find me on Twitter at ConGuyDerek.
Magic.
Cheeseman, what about you?
Well, you can find me. Oh, look at that. My hand went in the right place. Cheese on Couch right here on Instagram and Twitter. Couch. Okay. Cheese on Couch. Whatever. Cheese on Couch on Instagram and Twitter. Find me and check out thescareguy.com.
All right. We will let Ben take us out and tell us where he's at. But before that, Mom, I just want to say thank you for watching tonight. I love that you watch. I love that you know that I love Halloween, so much. Do we have any other comments we need to jump on here?
Scare Guy and Scare Jim on TikTok. Scare Jim is a series of videos. It's not.
No. Brad is
Jim's gonna dance.
Just Ryan. He's the Scare Guy and the Con Guy on TikTok.
This is the only dancing we want to see.
Scare Jim is an Instagram profile, by the way.
Yeah, we will have more Scare Jims this year, but you can follow me on Jim Fry LA on Twitter, James D. Fry on Instagram. Follow us, please, at thescareguy.com. Ben, take us out. Where can people find you?
Hey, everybody, you can find me, old buddy Ben, at Ben Cleaver. That's at BENKLIEWER on both Instagram and Twitter. And remember, I'm always drinking out of this red cup because whenever Ben Cleaver shows up, it's always a party. Party on, dudes.
That's why.
And have a great night. Have a great week. Stay safe. Respect and care about each other because that's the only way we're all going to get through this.
And always bring a refill for now. Yeah, and slurp as much as possible.
All right.
Don't.